It's a great pleasure to introduce our next performer, and he's one of my greatest inspirations. The first time I ever came to an open mic poetry reading, I saw this guy perform, and he blew my mind. I was like, what the fuck is this? And since then I've never been the same. I caught the bug or something, but he's going to be great. Frank Spignese.
Damn, you're tall. Do I have to put this kind of Geddy Lee style? Come down, dude. Hey, I cut myself shaving today. Be careful. This all right? I read it like this. You don't look at my face, no, anyway. Don't worry about it. All right, we'll continue with the Christmas thing. Much I love Christmas poems here. Like a room full of atheists. All right. This is for it's my boy Dave. Dave, good to see you. One more time for Dave Brennan. Good guy. One more time for the whole writers block. Good crew, good times. There we go. This is for Christmas. I wrote this a couple years ago, so there's a George Bush reference. So, other than that, it's very contemporary. Aside from the fact it's me talking about Santa Claus, which is not very contemporary. But this is called Remember December. Yo ho ho and a bottle for the bums. Take us back to a time when we were sucking on our thumbs. Santa Claus will soon be coming, and all you bad kids will most definitely be bumming. But that's what you get for sticking firecrackers in that gerbil's ass and helping old ladies across the street where they eventually get mugged. Or the time you tore off all your sister's Cabbage Patch Kid heads and hid them in her bed, a la The Godfather. The Godfather, now available on DVD, featuring unreleased scenes of Marlon Brando setting a world record for the most tangerines eaten in 1 hour. Or, of course, the time that you told your father, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus, which would have been real cute if your father hadn't been out of town on business and you hadn't followed your mother to the Motel 6 up on Route 1 where she kissed Santa Claus dressed in thigh-high snakeskin boots and a garter belt made of mistletoe with a leather candy cane that she shoved so far inside that his nose turned like Rudolph, the red-nosed drunk. Rudolph, obviously German, and so shit-faced that Santa said, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you take these 12 simple steps to salvation, clean and sober? And Daddy wasn't happy to hear that Mommy had been kissing Santa Claus, who strangely resembled Mr. Spinelli, the guy with the mustache working down at the dry cleaners. And this is Christmas. Christmas is a time to be good, to reflect on our goals and or shortcomings of the past year, spying a reflection in the bathroom mirror. And I gotta lay off that eggnog and the Eskimo pies and telling lies to impress girls. Yeah, I invented oxygen. In high school, my nickname was Apollo Creed. I once climbed Mount Everest backwards on one leg with a 20-pound leopard tied to my left testicle. I was at Woodstock. I wrote the Star Spangled Banner an hour before Jimi Hendrix took the stage. I broke up the Beatles. I once farted jingle bells through a bullhorn at the Royal Albert Hall and afterwards was awarded a Purple Heart from Queen Elizabeth. It's true, it's true. Would I lie to you? Santa Claus can tell who lies and who tells the truth. Richard Nixon once said, I am not a crook. Well, after the Bush administration, yeah, I guess he wasn't. Santa Claus is coming to town for the black and the white, the yellow and the brown. At least according to that Coca-Cola commercial I saw on TV back in 1978. They changed the lyrics of a popular song from I'd like to teach the world to sing and live in harmony to I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. Why the fuck would you want to buy the world a Coke? Why not buy it some rice or penicillin or a bomb shelter or some fucking toothpaste? A Coke? I've been to Europe and I've been to Asia, and those poor bastards got some fucked up teeth as it is. No need to make it any worse. Of course, Santa Claus knows who's naughty and who is nice. And if you're a bad kid, you'll get a lump of coal in your stocking, which probably wouldn't be a bad gift if you were a fledgling geologist. My 1980 Christmas wish list consisted of pages 134 to 155 of the Sears catalog. My mother told me that I should ask Santa Claus to release all the American hostages being held in Iran, which confused me, because I didn't think Santa Claus had that kind of pull on the international political scene. That seemed like a job for President Carter, or Henry Kissinger, or Jesus when he came back from vacation. Santa Claus was too busy alphabetizing Chewbacca underoos to worry himself with such high ideals. Mrs. Claus is currently going through menopause, and things up at the North Pole just aren't going as smoothly as they have in the past. I learned at an early age that there was no Santa Claus as I sat next to Alicia Barron in second grade. She was Jewish and reveled in telling all the Catholic kids at school that Saint Nick didn't exist. Of course, she had reason to be pissed. On December 25th, we were all opening our Transformer toys and Harley Hobby ovens, and she was at home writing thank you notes for the 7 dreidels that she had received for Hanukkah 2 weeks earlier. This was, of course, just before Jewish Americans began celebrating the anti-Christmas by going out to Chinese restaurants on December 25th. And that is the power of the Yuletide, bringing our Hebrew brothers and sisters together in culinary unison with our Asian American comrades. A united celebration of universal respect in the face of secular seclusion. Santa Claus is coming to town, and the mystery still remains. How does he get down the chimney if he weighs 367 pounds? And we don't have a chimney to begin with. How can he be everywhere at the same time? I saw him down at Kmart handing out candy canes. Then at the subway station collecting money for the Salvation Army. Then sleeping in his own piss and shit outside the Powder House pub on Salem Street. You better not pout. You better not cry. You know why? Because it's really getting on my fucking nerves. Christmas in Japan is also getting on my nerves. No, in fact, I love Japan. I miss busting balls. Christmas in Japan is getting on my nerves. One of my students asked me, how do you feel about celebrating Christmas in Japan? Christmas in Japan? That's like the 4th of July in Afghanistan. St. Patrick's Day in Angola. Guy Fawkes Day in Ireland. Arbor Day in the Sahara Desert. What's the point? And what's up with Boxing Day? Why can't we celebrate that in America? Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano. It's time we gave our practitioners of the sweet science a holiday of their own. And Christmas in Japan, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like American people using the metric system, or Irish people drinking non-alcoholic beverages, or French people taking baths, or British people flossing their teeth. It goes against the very forces of nature. But you're gonna give the Japanese an A for effort, because they were made for Christmas. The shopping, the gift giving, the childlike merriment is a no-brainer. A Japanese friend asked me if Westerners ate Kentucky Fried Chicken on Christmas Day. KFC on Christmas Day? Sure, that's common. If you're homeless and the shelter you go to is owned by the Pepsi Corporation. Otherwise, no. So ho, ho, ho. But enough about your mother and your 2 sisters. It's the Yuletide. It's the Yuletide. Time of the year to raise a cheer for the times we've known and the loved ones who have passed on. Did you know that when a bell rings, an angel is getting its wings? No, I did not know that. Did you know that when it snows, my Uncle Lefty is up in heaven, scratching his scalp and sending his dandruff down to earth? Christmas is here, so ring in the cheers. Pray for peace and for friends deceased. Say a toast and turkey's roast as we hope for one more year of hopefully no tears, no fears, no wars or hearts torn from the chest, to be our best, to live in the light of God, His only Son, the chosen one, the King of Kings, who didn't require feasts, but peace in the east, the west. That baby in the manger getting its rest, whether in Tokyo town or Boston, Mass, whether Baghdad or Budapest. Love your neighbor. Emulate the Savior, because Santa Claus is watching and taking notes on your behavior. So ho, 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 and a bottle for the bums. See the joy in the eyes of the innocent little ones. Listen close for those footsteps up on the roof. because you're 6 years old again and you don't need any proof. Crawl out of your bed and sneak down the stairs and know for sure, surely he was here. Your parents wake up and they act so surprised. It's the only time in our lives that we're happy somebody lied. Remember December. Remember good times and cheer. Remember the magic of 10 famous reindeer. Remember December. Remember a time of no fear. Remember Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.